Hey, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Live at 2. I almost forgot. Live at 2 with SFC Defy and with me, Corey Graves. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a new month. Let me just start by saying Happy Independence Day, 4th of July, or what have you. This month is starting up a brand new month, July the 2nd, and we are already past the halfway mark with this year. So anyway, with every month we have a new topic, and last month rather, we talked about suggestions and the power of suggestions, auto-suggestion, hetero-suggestion, and the worst, in my opinion, type of suggestion is auto-suggestion. Oftentimes we don't give ourselves the ability to make the choice as to whether or not we are going to choose not to listen to the negative thoughts that run through our mind. And remember, everything is a suggestion. With that in mind, we want to talk further about the power of our mind. So I guess perhaps because it's Independence Day, I want to use our topic for this month of July is Free Your Mind. I don't know if you remember the group En Vogue. I think that, they're still pretty much doing their thing, but they came out in the 90s and they had this song, and the first lyrics were free your mind and the rest will follow. I thought about that as I began to think about the topic for this month and how relevant, even in the 90s, that's a powerful message from En Vogue. Even the Bible says that if you want to change your life, if you want to change your circumstances, it starts with the renewing of your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I don't think we realize how much power is wrapped up in our thoughts, in our mind. It's not your brain, it's your mind. And those are two separate entities. And I don't think that we realize the power that's wrapped up in that. The reality is our mind can get us in trouble because of what we think and how we think and all of this stuff. Our mind just gets us in trouble. So the words were, free your mind and the rest will follow. And that is so relevant, that is so powerful, and it is absolutely the truth, because we are bombarded every day of our lives with something that is restraining or restricting our forward movement. We are limited by our beliefs. We're limited by our negative suggestions and negative thoughts. And we want to blame it on everybody else and everything else. We want to blame it on the side of the tracks that we grew up on. We want to blame it on our family construct that we grew up in. We want to blame it on our education or lack thereof. We want to blame it on the job or on the system, on whatever. When the fact of the matter is, your mind is limitless. It's limitless. And we allow ourselves to hold on to all of this stuff that keeps us from being limitless. We have negative thoughts, and because of some of the things that we have gone through. I shared earlier today that our inability to let go of certain thoughts, certain experiences, because we all have life experiences. You're having one right now. I'm having one right now. The thing about experiences is they come and go, like instantly, some of them. Some of them last a little longer, but they come and go. You're supposed to extract what that experience will bring to you. My experience right now is sharing with you over this, Facebook Live or whatever, this YouTube. I'm sharing. That's my experience. And once I finish sharing, that experience will have passed. Now I can choose to labor over it for the next hours or days or weeks, saying I could have said this, I should have said that. but that would get me nowhere. And I think that that's what happens with us most of the time. We have an experience and we hold on to it. We won't let it go. And that experience has a transformative power that changes our character, our circumstances, our life, our beliefs, our truths. So I encourage you to let go of experiences that are serving you no purpose, that are serving you no good. That's called freeing your mind. When you're doing a dump of all of these thoughts that no longer serve purpose to you. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Sonia. Appreciate you guys joining me today. But yeah, those are the types of things that we need to think about. When you allow all of these negative thoughts or the things that happen to you 5 years ago, 5 weeks ago, literally even 5 minutes ago, if it was something that's serving you no purpose, then let it go and move on. Extract the lesson from the experience and just let it go. It's amazing how liberating and how freeing it is when we start doing these brain dumps. Well, some of you may be asking, how do I do that? I've held on to them for so long. And what do I do? And this is what we're going to talk about over the next few weeks. How do I get rid of some of these negative thoughts that have turned into my beliefs that are causing me to be limited and restricted in moving forward? And so one of them is when you learn how to meditate. Meditation is nothing more than being present in the moment. When you can meditate and focus not on something that happened yesterday or not on something that you think is going to happen tomorrow, but you are so present in the moment. You focus on one sound or one idea right in your head, and you allow that to stay there. You literally focus on the moment. And meditation is a good tool that you can use to start helping to free your mind. And we'll talk more about that in the weeks to come. But what I really want to make sure that I drive home to you today is the fact that you have the ability, you have the choice to free your mind. Like the words of the song by En Vogue, free your mind and everything else will follow. I was sharing earlier today that we all want things to happen outside of us. We want to experience all of these wonderful life happenings. We want the right people to come into our lives. We want the right circumstances. We want the right door to open, the right opportunity to present itself. But it never will if you don't start thinking along those lines. It never will. You cannot change anything on the outside until you first change it on the inside. So if you're constantly being held in bondage by a negative thought about what you think somebody did to you, and it's causing you to be hateful and bitter and all of that stuff, then that's what you're going to keep creating. When you free your mind, everything else follows. Once your mind is free, you start attracting different circumstances, you start attracting different people, you start attracting different opportunities. The reason that we are stuck in this perpetual loop of bad karma or negative experiences is because that's what we think about all the time. Our mind is far from being free, and nothing can happen in a free state as long as you stay bound. If you understand what I'm saying, there's nothing that you will be able to experience on a freedom state as long as you stay in bondage with your thoughts, okay? I want you to chew on that for a minute. I really want you to take some time and digest just that. Free your mind and the rest will follow. That means that if you want to change anything outside of you, you have to first start with a change on the inside of you. Earlier I just said that the writer Paul in the Bible, he said, be ye transformed by renewing of your mind. That means that anything that's holding you hostage, you have to free that. And then once your mind is transformed, everything else just falls into place. You don't have to make it happen. You don't have to work hard for it. It literally just falls into place the way it's supposed to. but you first have to create some space in your mind, create that freedom. You know, all of these things that you keep telling yourself, nobody likes me, nobody loves me, I'm so weird, I'm so different. You know, I thought that by now I would have been farther along in life. I thought things would be different for me. I've been working this job. I hate this job. I keep applying and nothing keeps happening. Listen to all that negativity that you're talking to yourself over and over, day in and day out. Your mind is literally handcuffed to negativity. It's not free. A free mind speaks freedom. A free mind speaks of positive affirmations or positive attitudes. I might be here today, but that's not exactly where I have to stay. I don't always have to be here. I can break free from this. I don't have to hate my ex because of what he or she did to me. That was an experience. I can choose to let it go and I can continue to move forward. But as long as you want to hold on to it, that bitterness, that hatred, that frustration becomes who you are. And the more it becomes who you are, the more it starts defining your life. Okay? So think about that for a moment. Literally think about that. Think about all of the circumstances that's holding you hostage that you could have allowed to just pass through your mind, and you could have been over it a long, long time ago. But instead, you choose to hold on to it because it starts comforting you. You feel like you're justified for hating so-and-so. You feel like you're justified for holding on to this hurt and this pain. You feel like you're justified because you feel like that if you let go of the pain, you let go of the memory. And you don't have to, especially in the loss of someone, you don't have to let go of the memory. There are so many positive thoughts that you could have about anybody that you lost. So choosing to envision them in your mind or think about them in your mind is a whole lot more liberating when you think about the good things than it is about what you lost. Think about what you've gained, okay? And that freedom in mind always, always, always will free up space to where you will stop being limited and you'll start being limitless. Catherine says, I need help with letting go of a situation years ago. I want to gain my joy back and to be free. All I can say is that's a choice. If that's what you really want, then you put things in place to create that safety and that freedom, Catherine. That's all you have to do. That is not something somebody else can give you. That's not something that somebody else can do. You chose to give your freedom away or to give your joy away years ago. It doesn't have to be that way. You can choose to get it back and keep it, for that matter, as you continue to go through life. Okay? That's it today, guys. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. And I really hope that you will take these next few days as we celebrate freedom from or freedom of. I want you to take the opportunity to free your mind. Okay? Don't forget to like and share, please. Share it. If you think that these talks each Sunday, if they're blessing you, I can assure you that they will bless somebody that you know. So please do your like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share again and again and again. All right? You guys have a great holiday week. Rest of what's left of it, and even to the week. Have a marvelous week on me. Talk to you soon. Bye.